Well, hello everybody. My name's Mark Dixon. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Wodonga City Council, and I'd like to just celebrate with you today that today is National Local Government Social Media Day. It's really important for, I think, all of us to actually recognise that everything that we do in Council, we do for all of you. And we're a part of every single part of your day. And I think in some areas you know that, in other areas perhaps less so. We offer to our community lots of services. Some of them are well known and very popular. Our parks and gardens, I think, are certainly popular in Wodonga. Everything that we do in terms of the events and the cultural activities in our city are certainly well known. But there are lots of other activities and services that we offer that you're perhaps less well aware of. Some of the work we do for our disability, some of the work we do with the maternal child health care, and even the preschools. Lots of things happening, and we're going to show you a little bit about that today. Thank you. So we've got some really fantastic capital works programs underway and happening this year. Perhaps most notably our new library gallery complex, a $10 million investment in our city, but also things like the Logic Gas Gate, a $6 million investment that will attract new businesses and industry and modern technology and manufacturing plants into the Logic infrastructure site. We're also working in 72 different play spaces around Wodonga, and all up spending about $170 million in that capital investment on construction to make our city a better place for people to live and a better place for people to want to come and work. In terms of our environment and waste work, we run 13 immunisation nurses who provide 6 monthly immunisation sessions across 5 different venues around our city. There are also more than 7,500 dogs and over 2,000 cats registered. In terms of our environment, 171 solar lights were installed for safer parks and public reserves this last year. In terms of council administration, we have 586 children enrolled in preschool programs across 6 preschools in our region. Almost 3,000 businesses across the city are busy and operating. And in terms of residential developments, we're seeing a constant stream of growth, with 203 lots sold and 400 houses developed over the last 12 months. In the community services and engagement space, we have 349 active volunteers. Tourism is a major service for our community, and it brings in about $800 million into our community every year, an important aspect to our growth and investment attraction. Wodonga also hosts bi-monthly advisory groups to promote inclusion and participation for people with a disability, a really important part of the work that Council should and does do to support those people with a disadvantage. In terms of planning and infrastructure, that's an incredibly busy part of one of the services we provide to our community, with 924 building permits issued over the last year, and also some of the infrastructure replacements that we do through a renewable program to make sure our city continues to look as good as it looks today. That includes things like 1.8 kilometres of footpath being renewed and replaced on an annual basis. Arts, culture and events are particularly important for us and our community. We ran 65 events, attracting well over 38,000 people last year. In terms of our library, and that new library I mentioned, it's a really important community hub in our city, and the statistics speak for themselves, with over 145,000 visits to the library and 180,000 loans. And finally, the Cube. We're really proud of how the Cube has developed, and it's busier than ever, with 417 events at the Cube last year and again over 90,000 guests. As a council, we continue to strive to be fiscally responsible, and we are very much aware of our ratepayers' desire to spend every dollar wisely. And it's important that you know that we're doing this, and we're certainly spending within our means. So in terms of debt, in our budget this year, for the 7th consecutive year, we have no new borrowings. So in summary, our council is very much part of your everyday, and we are absolutely here to serve you, our community. There's some really exciting news coming in this space, and you'll hear about that shortly. But our council is here to serve you. We are part of your everyday, and everything we do is aimed to make our community a great community for people to live here and people to visit, and for new industry and businesses to come and settle here. Thank you for your time.